Post Warn 5 forecast, certified most accurate by WeatherRate.
The Labor Day weekend is here. We do have some rain chances for this afternoon, but luckily today is not looking to be a washout, and those rain chances just continue to diminish once we head into Sunday and past a stray sprinkle on your Labor Day itself on Monday. Overall, that's looking to be a pretty nice day too. So here we are this morning though. If you're hitting the roadways for that holiday weekend travel, US 10, Southern Bay County in good shape so far, and we have some sunshine coming through. We actually have clear skies at the moment. Here's a look at some of our drive times too. If you're heading downstate towards Detroit on I-75, no issues to report there. Same goes on US 23 if you travel up the shoreline from Standish up towards Alpena, and also if you're traveling north on I-75 from West Branch up towards the Mackinac Bridge. No issues to report at the moment, but with it being the holiday weekend this afternoon, I wouldn't be surprised if we did see some intermittent slowdowns, especially near the Standish area. That was one area that we saw that yesterday afternoon. Now here's your first Warn 5 pinpoint Doppler live from MBS. Right now, all dry for us this morning. The cold front that brings that rain chance farther off to the north on your first Warn 5 sky tracker. And the rain that we have with it so far has actually been diminishing. So that will be the trend this morning. We're actually dry as that rain starts to fall apart, but then we see it regenerate this afternoon once that cold front moves in and we start to coincide with the heating of the day. So there's that sunshine this morning on your first Warn 5 hour by hour. The cold front starts to move in after that noon hour, and that's where you see that scattered rain picking up. But this is also at 3 p.m. Notice a lot of folks farther south and east actually still dry at this point in the middle of the afternoon. But closer to dinner time, right around 6 o'clock, that rain should be near the Saginaw Bay, the Tri-Cities, also over into central Michigan, and a few thunderstorms are possible with this today too. But one thing to note is severe weather is not expected. We just don't have the setup for it today, so that is the good news if you'll be outside. But if you will be outside, at least have a backup plan so that if these showers or storms really get going over your location, you have an area to duck inside briefly. Now once we head into the evening, the cold front slides farther off towards the south, and we begin to dry out overall. Not going to rule out just an isolated shower overnight and into our Sunday too, but I do think the majority of us stay dry on Sunday, and I think the model's actually slightly overdoing some of that rainfall and that we're seeing for tomorrow too. But as far as rainfall goes for today, it will be fairly spotty just given the nature of that cold front moving through our area. But if you do fall under a thunderstorm, I think you could easily pick up over 1/2 of an inch of rain, but that would be pretty localized and pretty isolated too. So I wouldn't go into this afternoon expecting to pick up a lot of rain, but if you do get lucky to see one of those storms over your area, you could pick up a decent amount of rainfall. Now high temperatures for today, even a little bit warmer than yesterday. We have middle to upper 80s across the thumb, Tri-Cities, down towards Flint too. That's with the later passage of the cold front there. Lower 80s if you're farther to the north and the west, and we'll see that wind shifting to the north behind the cold front too. That will start to drop our dew points off a little bit for Sunday, and on Labor Day itself should be feeling pretty pleasant for the holiday, right around 76 degrees. Those dew points in the upper 50s and partly cloudy skies, that lighter wind out of the northeast, so looking pretty good for the holiday. Now one thing to note tomorrow too, that northeast wind will be a little breezy at times, so that's also going to hold us into the 70s, lower 70s, right around 74 your Sunday, back up to 76 there on Labor Day, and then we start to warm back up towards the second half of this upcoming week. We'll keep an eye on how warm we actually get, but Hannah, things looking pretty quiet in the middle of next week as well.
Thanks, Matthew. WNEM